Yeah, just a quick one, election day, post-election day update special basically. So this is Sunday the 22nd. Yeah. And let's just take a walk along here. Okay, it was very late night last night. Not all the results are back now. A lot of preference counting, but today in the settling dust, the outcome so far is the Greens have got 3 seats at least. Maybe they'll get to 5. The Independents, the so-called teal Independents, have got at least 10, maybe more, coming soon. So yeah, back vistas, I know you like them, sort of thing. And we're still waiting on the results from Western Australia. Western Australia was the turning state, basically, though, of course, the results from Western Australia come in late in the evening because the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, so they're always 2 hours behind. They're an hour and a half behind us and 2 hours behind Melbourne, and I think it's 3.5 hours, I think, behind Sydney. I think, I don't quote me on that, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, and there's quite a few interesting seats. The Deputy Prime Minister Josh Frydenberg, it's pretty certain he's going to lose his seat, or he has lost his seat, so I think. He was also the financial, economics minister, basically. Now we've actually got, I assume our current one will be the one that actually has the PhD in economics. As far as I know, Josh Frydenberg didn't have any qualifications in economics, which might say it all, really. And though they say he might actually go up against Dictator Dan in Victoria. So he might run in state politics to run up against Dictator Dan, as they call him over in Victoria. That's what the Victorians are calling him anyway. And yeah, interesting. So yeah, so he might go into state politics so that he has a pathway back to federal politics, because they all suggesting they actually had a shot at the lodge, as they say, sort of thing. So anyway, Anthony Albanese is going to be the 31st Prime Minister with at least 72 seats. Maybe he might get a majority, but they're saying he's going to have to do deals with well, he's already said he will not do deals with the Greens this time. Remember the Greens stabbed them in the backside last time when they tried to do this big policy on the solar future sort of thing, and they held out for everything and we got nothing, basically. So the last 13 years have just been stagnation, no certainty or direction on our solar energy, QI plus energy future sort of thing. See, look at that, solar panels in the distance there. These are all new houses, so the solar panels are usually some of the last things to go up. Oh, solar panels here. As I said, I watched in my neighbourhood, the best suburb in Adelaide, I put it, a fine blend of urban and rural with small patches of pristine bushland in between. Solar panels. The majority of Australians are voting with their roofs, basically. And we used to have, initially, it was like nearly a 60-cent feed-in tariff. Now it's going down to a dribble of like 7%, or if you put it on your original house and you've moved or something and you've knocked it down or something, then the tariff goes down to what it is now, which is like a dribbling 7% or something like that, something ridiculous like that. So yeah, not good. So but the price of solar now has gone down. What was costing 20 grand is now under 10 grand. So there's the advantage. So if the feed-in tariff was the same, you could actually double either what you're getting back, or you could reduce the payment time to pay off your roof in half the time, basically. See, more solar panels. More solar panels here. You know, we can see some on the other side of the house there. So, you know, solar panels, solar panels, solar panels, you know. Yeah. The roofs of Australia have made their choice. And that's parodying, for the people overseas, that's parodying an Australian advert. You know, the cats of Australia have made their choice, Snappy Toms, I think. So, yeah. I think we're going to do a little circuit, I think. So, just a short one. And I'll probably do a longer one later on in the week when the true fallout hits falls back down onto the launch pad, basically. So, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, probably easier to go up here and around and down. Right, so apparently Clive Palmer spent $100 million this time rather than $80 million like he did at last election. And again, what was it all for? We still don't know. Unless it's like a tax write-off or something. You know, I'll spend all this in an election and I'll get half of it back or something, I don't know. It just sounds a bit funny that you will spend all that money and not get anything for it, really. But yeah, people in WA didn't like the fact that he wanted to open up the border when they didn't want to, sort of thing. And our ex-Prime Minister, our so-called ex-Prime Minister ScoMo, he backed him for that sort of idea, sort of thing. He backed for more solar panels. So there you go again, and more here. So there you go. So that looks like where we're heading, basically. And but the fallout from they're not really good losers. The opposition, the Liberal National Party, they're saying that Labour only got a third of the vote, sort of thing, and I'm saying, but you've got the Country Party welded onto you, so without the Country Party you would have no chance of winning at all, you know. So talk about Labour only, you know, having their lowest result in so many years. I think they said since the 1980s or something, but we still got 72 seats, you know, thanks to the preference flow, so that's something. But see, the Labour Party have nearly 50%, I think it's 43% women, and now the crossbench is mostly women, so half of 72 plus 10 will be the number of women in Parliament, I believe. I can't remember how many Greens people are. Adam Bant's a bloke, of course. He won back Melbourne for the third time, I think it is, so the seat of Melbourne. And they won an extra one. As I said, they're at 3 now. But with the possibility of getting another 2, depending on the way. Oh, more solar panels, you see. So there you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I can see solar panels in the distance there. So, yeah. Oh, here we go. This will be a treat for you, for the people overseas. I'll go into... Oh, well, I was on spot colour. Bugger. That's the trouble. So you can see these nice red operculums and And you've got these lovely flowers up here, so yeah, almost green to yellow there. So and then you end up with these knobbly bits. So yeah. Oh well. So the true fallout will come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday probably, and of course then we have the Senate, of course. See what happens in the Senate, because you need a good Senate, otherwise, you may be able to make laws and get them passed the lower house, but unless they get passed, they don't go into law and they don't become effective, and you just can't move forward, sort of thing. And the House of Review, make sure no one's made any silly boo-boo, sort of thing. Or got any little secret side deals going on or something. Anyway, sad news that Caroline Jones, one of the ABC stalwarts from many years ago, has died. Didn't get to see the election result. Did work on Australian Story for a long time. I remember around the new millennium, we had some woman at the CSIRO, the Commonwealth Scientific Industrial Research Organisation, Commonwealth, supposed to be getting their money being funded from the government, booted out a whole load of people, and every single one ended up having an Australian story done on them. Including, I think, our Greening Australia specialist. I think his name's Peter Andrews. I can't remember now. May be corrupting that, but still remember seeing that one. They're flying out with this helicopter out to these rural properties, and his property is all green and everything around it is brown. And I'm saying, well, he must be doing something right. And why doesn't the CSIRO get onto that and start rolling it out to other places, see if it can be extended to other parts of the country, sort of thing. But hopefully ARBO will go to the CSIRO and say, we want to stop you from being almost a private organisation with intellectual property rights. So in other words, they're basically, at the moment now, they seem to be almost a private organisation with government subsidy funding, sort of thing, where it should be a government funded organisation that benefits the people and can talk to the people about all the great discoveries that they make and all the projects they're up to. Have an Australian story every now and again saying, wow, we've discovered this, we're going out to these places doing this and that, and it's benefiting the country thus, sort of thing. But no, it seems to be they're getting most of their money from private, companies, sort of thing. And of course, they write all these agreements where it's intellectual property rights, and you can't tell anyone about anything. And basically, the science sort of stagnates in a way. And we don't get to hear about it. We don't get to benefit from it. What you don't know, you can't use, right? I mean, anyway. How did Mozart do it? We don't know. He's dead now, and he's not here to tell us. Had he written something down or something? A dice game. That's all we've got from Mozart, basically, is a dice game. You've got to work backwards from a dice game to work out how he did it. Sort of natural talent. See, more solar panels. Anyway, looks like I'm walking back to the car now, so with only three minutes on the card, so this will be a good enough one. It's a bit of a rambly one because nothing's clear on their end, nothing's really clear on my end either. I did rip up a whole load of bricks yesterday, and I have been mowing lawn and everything today, sort of thing. Anyway, so I'll give you a longer update when the SHIT really hits the fan later on, when the dust settles and we find out what the final ultimate outcome is. But it looks very interesting because we'll have nearly 50 women out of 150 seats in Parliament now, so a good 1/3 women there, and that will change the dynamic. I don't think you'll be seeing all this playground, schoolboy politics sort of thing where they just scream over each other and rag people off and things like that. They'll actually start talking like civilised Greeks now, you know. Maybe they'll go back to the old ideal of having white and black pebbles. And once a year they sentence someone to death or something, and if you didn't want to die you had to leave town and basically exile yourself, run to the hills and live in a cave for the rest of your life. Yeah. Yeah, rather than being a constructive, beneficial member of a society sort of thing. Yeah. Anyway, that's about it. Nice little bit of scenery and lots of solar panels in here for this one, but and nice vistas. Yeah, you know, we might walk down there, try and look for Drossel Whittaker or something like that down there later on in the season, or some of the Peltardifolios or Hookii sort of complex members or something. You never know. Or something else, maybe something new, you never know. You know, no one goes down there because they think, oh, nothing, no, there wouldn't be a sundew down there. So no one has ever bothered. I mean, I lived in my neighbourhood for a good almost 2 decades before I stumbled across a new species of sundew. It's been sitting there all the time. I've just been walking right past it. So it can happen. It happened to me. Okay. Anyway, see you, and I got a nice donut and a chocolate milk to tide me over until tea time now. So that'll be good. A colour check on the purple and the blue. See if I've done all my colour work correctly. Anyway, I always thought purple and blue would be the colours for Thunderbird 6, but it didn't eventuate. Thought it would have been like a submarine type thing, as I thought in my childhood. You know, working out from all the other colours what it should be. You know, logically, it had to be like purple and turquoise, basically. And what would the piping be in between those two colours? Okay, over and out, I think. Yep, 7 seconds. See ya. Bye.